for many years, I worked on college campuses. I started Aish's Hasbara Fellowships program, where we trained thousands of students on campuses to do pro-Israel advocacy. And what I always say is, these students are really the heroes. They're the ones on the front line that are really standing up for the Jewish people in really some of the most difficult situations. So we are really, really excited now to bring on three just unbelievable people. Eden Yadegar, who is the president of the Students Supporting Israel, the pro-Israel group at Columbia University. Bella Ingber from NYU, who is involved in suing NYU because of the anti-Semitism there. And Eli Tsives, who is, if everyone knows Eli, if you are on social media, on Instagram, he is the face of the pro-Israel movement at UCLA. So we're going to bring all three of them on right now.
Thank you. These are our frontline warriors on campus. You guys are amazing.
Okay.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, great. So we're going to we want to open up for discussion, but maybe just go a one by one a little bit. So Eden, you're at Columbia. Columbia's gotten a lot of attention over the last year. Unfortunately, generally for bad, but I know in speaking with you and knowing what's going on there, there's also been a lot of good. But maybe you could just give us a quick update. What's going on at Columbia today? Have things got better this semester? Are they worse this semester? Tell us what's going on.
Definitely. So what you won't see on campus this semester, and thank God, is mobs protesting on campus 4 or 5 times a week, the way that we saw last year. And so physically getting to class and walking through campus as a Jewish student is a lot more tolerable. But what you don't really hear about in the media is all of the stories that go on unreported. You don't hear about Israeli students who have medical care withheld from them because of their nationalities. You don't hear about Zionist students getting kicked out of the dance clubs, for example, that they've been in for all 4 years of college. You don't hear about students being protested, students protesting in the lobbies of buildings, which is actually against Columbia's rules, but nothing is enforced. So unfortunately, while things are better on like a very surface level, the root of the problem has been entirely unaddressed. And can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. Yeah, we hear you.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
The root of the problem has gone just entirely really unaddressed, and Columbia has been really dragging their feet to effect the systemic change that's necessary to improve the situation, not only for Jews, but really for everyone who came here for an education.
Wow, this is so painful to hear that it's continuing. And Bella, I used to be a proud graduate of NYU. And at the beginning, I'm coming to you from Israel here. It's 3:30 in the morning, but it's that important that I speak to you guys. And when I saw one of the first videos came from NYU of them pulling down the hostages, the posters of the hostages and babies, and I couldn't stop crying. I couldn't believe that was my alma mater. What was it for you? What event that just sparked your leadership and activism on behalf of the Jewish people?
Yeah, I mean, I had the exact same reaction that you did. I think that majority of not just NYU alum, but I think majority of the Jewish community felt the same way. I think we were one of the first schools to have actually a photo like that go viral. And I think after that, we started to see all of it coming out of Columbia and UCLA and at Penn. It was an onslaught of dehumanization. But I think that there was one moment for me. I don't know if there was just one. I think it was a collection of moments. But I think one of the things that sticks out to me the most from the past year is the silence of the friends that I had made, or the friends that I thought I had, and my peers and my colleagues and my professors in the face of this pervasive anti-Semitism and Jew hatred, just blatant Jew hatred. I have friends and colleagues that on October 8th, one day after, as the Jewish community was, in collective mourning, they began posting and, contextualizing and justifying Hamas's attack the next day. And they know I'm Jewish. I'm a proud Zionist. I'm a proud Jewish American. I have friends and family in Israel serving in the IDF. This was a very personal day for me and for the whole Jewish community. And for them to post consistently dehumanizing the Jewish people, I realized the Jewish community was alone in that moment. We were alone, and I think that it was a shock. And I thought to myself, like I'm sure thousands of students on other university campuses thought, if not me, then who? And if not now, then when? This is an unprecedented attack against the Jewish community. I think this was, for me personally, the first, personal attack on my Jewish identity that I'd experienced, and it was unprecedented. And so there was no, training, I guess, for going forward. And so it was that moment, that silence from, I guess, my friends and my professors and my colleagues that sort of sprung me into action.
Wow. Unbelievable. What I followed in the news and everything, Bella, that you were doing. Eli, I want to ask you, I was literally, and I'm sure many people watching right now, popped up on my Instagram feed yesterday, what was happening at UCLA, seeing you again, standing up for the Jewish people at UCLA, being that person who I know you've said to me many times that you want to make sure other Jewish students are not intimidated. First of all, can you just tell us quickly what happened yesterday? Give us an insider's view. And I'd also love to just also know, it could be yesterday or just in general, was there something in the past year that happened that you felt like you really made a difference for Jews on your campus?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, to start, what happened yesterday was SJP had another protest, like they have been having last year, like they've been having
SJP,
this
just
year.
not all our listeners might know.
That is, yeah, absolutely. That is Students Justice for Palestine. It is the most anti-Semitic club on campus, unarguably. They were having another protest. This was not an encampment. Nevertheless, they were blocking students' access through a very significant part of campus called Bruin Walk. And they were forcing students to go around, not just Jewish students in this case. Anybody who does not support their movement was forced to walk around. And I'm watching students literally are forced to walk through the bushes around the main entrance into Bruin Walk. And I'm thinking to myself, no, well, we got to stand up to them. So I took out my flag. This time I had a half Israel, half American flag, new addition to what I had last year. And I went and I got in their face, not to be violent, not to escalate anything, but to show other Jewish students and other students in general that there's no need to be afraid of these people. Luckily, I had some support join me, some fellow Jews that I actually didn't know until that moment. They came, they introduced themselves, and they're like, listen, we love what you're doing, and we want to help you. And we continued to counter-protest until we, because we are good students, actually had to go to class, unlike those people who choose to skip class and, protest against Israel. So that's why I do what I do. I don't do it to piss off the SJP protesters. No, I do it to show other people that there's no need to be afraid of them.
Unbelievable. You've given us so much strength watching you. I'm sure you've done that for your fellow students. We are in the middle of producing, as you well know, but I'm telling all of our viewers who are watching on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and actually at aish.com/vote. Thank you all for watching wherever you are, that we are in the midst of producing a new documentary, Frontline Warriors, featuring some of the faces that you see right here, right now. We're going to give you a little sneak peek. This is a rough draft of the trailer.
Continued clashes and threats of violence on college campuses coast to coast.
Ugly scenes at UCLA as pro-Palestinian protesters and their opponents engage in violent clashes.
The school has shut down on-campus classes, and Jewish students say they fear for their safety.
Jews are being physically threatened and harmed on their college campuses.
We have seen Orthodox Jews being jumped on the streets.
There were swastikas being drawn in the undergraduate houses.
One of the tenured professors calling the October 7th massacres awesome and that they made him feel jubilant. It was just so deeply shocking.
Be proud that you are Jewish.
It is undeniable that anti-Semitism is real, it is pervasive.
There is no explanation for it. It is the longest and oldest hatred in the world.
I'm going in. You guys are promoting hate.
There's a lot of fear in Jewish students, and that's why I did what I did, to show the Jewish students that there's no need to be afraid of these monsters.
I have never felt more confident, proud, and public about my Jewish identity and my Jewish values.
frankly, if we don't speak up, who will?
Yisroel!
Looking around, we see warriors.
Yeah, we're super excited for that to come out. Maybe Jamie, just 30 seconds, tell everybody like when should that be coming out and what's the plan with the film?
So you'll be looking out for, we're releasing it in March to coincide exactly when the elections start. And we hope to have premieres all over the world, LA, New York, we hope Miami, premieres in Jerusalem for all of the students that are here right now that are either going back to start their freshman year or have taken a year of study abroad and need to go back onto campuses. So the goal really is, if you want to get involved, if you want to help us promote this, will be an hour-long documentary film featuring some of your favorite student activists. And again, from their point of view, which is so unique. Please go to aish.com/vote. You can sign up. You can find out about upcoming events. You can become an ambassador and help us throw these amazing premieres. Screenings will be available for anyone that wants to host a screening for you and your family, you and your community, you and your 10 friends. But it's critical that we continue to get these messages out. And we thank the students for so bravely really opening up to us in a way that we haven't seen before. So thank you.
So guys, before we go, we could talk about what's going on campuses all night, and you guys have so many amazing things to share, and that's why people will see it in the film, which we're excited about. But tonight is about our Aish Ha'am Launch Event, why we are all running together for the World Zionist Congress and that election. So I'd love to hear if you guys could just share with us, maybe even you could go first. Why are you running for the World Zionist Congress? Why is this important to you? And specifically, why are you running with Aish Ha'am?
I think it's super simple, and that's that empowered Jews empower Jews. And I think Aish is the leading organization when it comes to helping Jews connect with their religious identities, with their ancestral homeland, and with Jewish peoplehood. Because at the end of the day, that is what it means to be a Jew. We are Am Yisrael. We are the people of Israel. And in order to empower each other, we need to first empower ourselves. And that's why I'm running for the World Zionist Congress. And that's specifically why I'm running with Aish Ha'am. And I'm very grateful to be part of this incredible slate with incredible change makers and teachers and students like me.
Amazing. And that is absolutely beautiful. And believe me, it is, for us, was a priority from day one. Rabbi Berg, who started our show today, he said day one, we need to empower the students to be on our list. This is about getting them into the Congress and getting them to be delegates. And, so many Jewish organizations, hate to say it, but it's a lot of, men with gray hair over 60 years old, right? We need young blood leading the Jewish people.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but
no, but we're going for a different direction. Bella, why are you running for World Zionist Congress?
Well, I can start with saying why I chose to run with Aish Ha'am. Actually, I've seen firsthand how Aish has brought people closer to Israel and to their Judaism. And I think that this year we felt fragmented as a Jewish community at the start. And I've had numerous friends approach me wanting to get closer to their Judaism and figure out how to get closer to the state of Israel, to Eretz Yisrael. And they had never felt closer than this past year. And I know the power of Aish, the power that Aish has to unite the Jewish community. I've seen it firsthand when I did my gap year in Israel. I've seen it when I've returned and gone to the Aish Global Center in Yerushalayim. And I'm just really, really excited to join this incredible, incredible team. And I think that we've seen over the past year that what happens in Israel and what happens and affects the Jewish community abroad affects us here at home in the States. And this is why I've experienced it firsthand. Eli and Eden have experienced it firsthand as well. And I think that this is why I'm running. I want to ensure the safety and security of the state of Israel and of the Jewish community here in America.
Beautiful. Beautiful, Bella. Thank you so much. We are so excited that you are joining us and that you are part of this movement. Okay, Eli, bring us home here for this segment. Why are you from the West Coast, UCLA, the front lines? Why are you running for the World Zionist Congress with the Aish Ha'am slate?
I'm running because I want to be a voice for college students and a voice for Jewish youth, because Jewish youth are the future of our people. We're the future of, what our people will accomplish in the future and what the future will bring to the Jewish people. And Aish is the only slate that gives me that opportunity, that gives Jewish college students that voice. And I want to, help Aish I want us to win. I want us to get elected as best as we can. And we're going to make sure that we can represent Jewish college students and Jewish youth worldwide.
Amen to that.
Amazing. And everyone, again, who's watching now on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, aish.com/vote. If you want to get Bella and Eden and Eli into the World Zionist Congress, we need your help. We need your support. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Really, it's our honor. And we're looking forward to what's going to be an amazing number of months out there being part of the Aish Ha'am movement. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you. You are the future, and the future looks bright because of you. Thank you so much.